This is Neil with Carolina Cycling News. I'm here with Chris Butler. Chris, you've just returned back from Italy. Tell us a little bit about your trip.
It was a great trip. Actually, I barely got over there because, with the recent volcano, I was supposed to get over there, let's see, I guess Thursday, and I got a message from one of my friends saying, like, oh man, you better check your flight, like, there's a volcano, and like, I was just crunched for school, finishing up like final papers and stuff, so like, I looked at that and I just blew it off and like drove to Charlotte, and I got there and like my flight was canceled. So it's like, oh crap. And I asked like the people there, what, like, is this flight going to be fixed sometime? Like, can I get on another one? They're like, no, we're pretty much closed down for like 4 days. So I was like, oh my god. I called like Noel DeJonker, our logistics guy, and somehow he basically found me the last flight to Europe. So yeah, I just got there in time to do the race. Got over jet lag for like 2 or 3 days. Went to Milan, did my biological passport for the UCI. So it was a pretty full-on, intense trip just to get over there before I even lined up for the race. And then once I got to the race, it's a climbing race, so it suits my abilities. But being like my first pro race, I kind of went there with like really low expectations. At first, it was like, okay, if I just finish this after all this traveling stuff, that'd be okay. And it was like, all right, if I don't get last place, or like if I can beat like half the guys here, that'd be okay. So after like each stage, the expectations kind of got higher and higher. And towards the end, I was hoping to do something like kind of good, but ended up with a decent ride. But overall, like, it was a really good starting point. I didn't necessarily tear it up, but for my first pro race, and I haven't really raced that much during school, so I was happy with it.
You mentioned school. Where are you going to school?
I go to Furman University in South Carolina, Greenville. I think it's probably like one of the best places to go to school because like it's in the best place to train, like Greenville. Greenville's probably the best place on the East Coast to ride a bike, I think.
Why is that? Why is that the case?
I believe so because it's as far south as you can go while still having mountains, pretty much. I'm sure Georgia has like a few parts, but it's the combination of weather and terrain, I feel like.
What's kind of a classic ride that you do when you're here in Greenville, back home in Greenville?
Well, everyone around here knows Paris Mountain, Caesar's Head, and everyone knows like their fast times up that and etc. So you always kind of work those into the rides and stuff, and like Paris Mountain's almost like a ritual now that like, like I'll do a ride regardless if it's a big ride like over towards Saluda or Caesar's Head or whatever. Like you always come back and do Paris Mountain just for the heck of it. Like even if I ride my TT bike now, I'll just like end the ride on Paris Mountain. So like Paris Mountain's almost like the warm up and cool down now. But yeah, we have like plenty of great options. But if I'm doing like a serious workout, it's normally like based off of Caesar's Head or Paris Mountain because like I just know those so well. But if I'm like exploring the roads or something, I could go towards like Rosman and just kind of ride tempo up those climbs. But
You're back in town. How long are you here for?
okay, well, I had to come back to take my exams, my final exams as a senior. So I'll be here for a while, then I actually go to Tour de California. But actually before then, I'm going to do collegiate nationals in Wisconsin. So that should be a fun last hurrah of like college. I'm actually skipping graduation to do that. So it should be good. I'll be with a couple buddies, and we should have a good time. But then I go to California, and then hopefully I can do well there, help out the team, and then I come back to Greenville and train for a bit.
All right, thanks, Chris, for your time, and good luck at Nationals and Tour California.
Thanks.